Hey friends, Wayne over here at the Ram Man Inc. Don't forget the ink. I tell you, if somebody had told me 5 years ago that the biggest problem, well, they're not really problems, the most time consuming thing about locking hubs is explaining to people how the locker works, how it doesn't work, how to lube it and not lube it, and some people still have trouble. They just can't grasp simple ideas. We had a guy the other day that seems intelligent. He tells us that he believes that as he's going down the road, that his lockers lock and unlock as he's going down the highway at 70. He believes this. That's one of the most absurd things that I've ever heard. And on top of that, he doesn't base it on anything, it's just a thought. Well, I'll tell you what, if you've got one locker or both lockers engaging and disengaging at 70 miles an hour, you gonna fucking know. I guarantee you, you're gonna know. And if you don't think that you would know, then stamp yourself on the forehead, dumb fuck, and shut the video off. If you do believe that you would know, continue on. When things are spinning, there's something called centrifugal force, and it forces everything to the outside. It also gives twist and like bullets and arrows and rifling. Things that are spinning fast want to spin true, and they want to fly to the outside. It's one of the reasons we have gravity, and you know about a merry-go-round. So, in the relaxed position, it is impossible for this gear to move that away. It is impossible for this gear to move that away without turning the dial. It is impossible for that to move that away without turning the dial. Number one, the teeth don't match up. Number two, centrifugal force is keeping everything to the outside. That's why you must have some type of big spring, complete 360 detent locking, or something of that effect in order to compensate for that, because it wants to unlock all the time. Everything wants to reduce its energy. Remember your laws of thermodynamics? That's right. So when we get somebody like that, I mean, that's just idiot nonsense. Now, it's lock and engage. This gear cannot move that away on its own. It's got to fight the spring. It's got to fight centrifugal force, and the splines don't line up. So, that's the kind of shit we get. Don't grease lockers. It keeps the gears from moving. It doesn't matter what kind it is. You can shoot WD-40 in there, or light mineral oil, machine oil, old school, you know, little can, a few drops. Now, tell you something. Both the Ford gears and a couple of the aftermarket on the Super 60 hubs, you know, the big bearing hubs, there's only a few out there. You got the Fords, you got the AVMs, which I like, and they're real heavy duty. You've got the Warrens and you've got the mile markers. And all of them are good units. And you know what? These were never designed to be locked in all the time. Every now and then we'll get this dude that says, yeah, I'll lock my hubs in November the 1st and unlock them March the 1st. Well, you need to unbolt your locking hubs and put full-time spline hubs on there. That's what you need to do. Lockers are not designed to run 4 or 5 months on the pavement and 10, 12,000 miles. It's not what they were designed for. That's why it's called part-time four-wheel drive. You only use it when you need it part-time. That's why part-time four-wheel drive is true four-wheel drive. It is a geared connection from front to back. Ain't no slip, ain't no center differential, ain't no all-wheel drive, ain't no shift on the fly. See, all that old bullshit has to have a differential type transfer case. Has to. Do torque split and all that. Just like the old full-time Dodges, 74, 75 and all that old bullshit. Got to have a differential in there, split front and the back, in case you run different speeds and turning corners and all that stuff. Now they got them crisscross, some of the fancy cars, you know, it's all-wheel drive. That's why you can take one of them all-wheel drive trucks. Yeah, that's right. So listen to me. So you got your 1975 Power Wagon that with no hubs on there and that spline hub up there. You know what happens when you take the front drive shaft out? I'll tell you what happens when you take the front drive shaft out. You can no longer move the vehicle because only the front drive shaft wants to turn because of that differential in that full-time transfer case. Didn't know that, did you?